Throughout my entire life, I've dealt with depression. And at this point, I can't go back to the past. I can't change the past. I can't sit here and think about why things happened the way they did and why did they happen to me. Having that victim mentality, and I didn't want to have control over my thoughts. In a way, I didn't want to get out of the depression. And I'm not a therapist, so keep that in mind. If you need help, I recommend that because I'm not licensed to tell you what to do. But I'm going to tell you what works for me. So, first thing, I want you to realize that the pain will never go away. Whatever you have been through, and for me, it was losing my mom at 6 years old and just not growing up in a stable condition, in a stable family where I felt loved and supported and cared for. So I've never really had that mother figure in my life. So that has affected me even now to this day, to where I still think about that. And that has made me feel in a way like I wasn't worthy of love, that I must be hated because my own mother, she wasn't in my life the way she should have been. In a way, it has carried on to my adulthood, to where I feel like I'm not worthy of love. I don't deserve success. People tell me that I'm going to end up like her. I honestly feel like I'm beating the odds right now, because in the situation that I was in growing up, a lot of people revert to throwing their life away because they feel they are the victims of their life. Pain will never go away. What you've been through is valid, but you have to keep living life, because life don't stop for nobody. And people think, oh, I've been through all this, people should feel sorry for me, people should be there for me, people should be more patient, people should care about me and stuff like that. I care about you. I'm sitting here talking to you about it. I care about you, and I know what you experienced was very hard. I know it was hard, but at the same time, what are you gonna do now that it's happened? You just gonna sit there forever and hate your life or hate how things happen to you? Because life goes on, and we all have to leave one day. We are here on earth for a reason. I don't know if you're into God or into spirituality or consciousness, but it all ties in together. We're not meant to suffer here. We are not meant to be in pain all of our life. We are not meant for that. When you realize that your actions control more of your reality than your thoughts do matter too. They do intertwine together. But when you sit there and think about the things you can't control, you'll be like, damn, it's not that bad after all. This happened to me, but at the end, this made me a stronger person. Think about losing someone dear and close to you. When I lost my mom, I had to become more independent. I had to become more self-sufficient. I had to look out for myself. I had to learn things on my own. Things that a woman should have taught me, I wasn't really taught that. Instead, I was kind of lashed and shunned upon for my mistakes growing up. And I don't know if y'all go through that too. Tell me about y'all experiences, if y'all are comfortable with sharing the trauma you've been through and how it shaped you as a person, because I really want to know, are you growing from the things you're going through? And that's what this podcast has always been about, me sharing my journey to where I want to be, showing you the ups and downs and the reality of getting there, because I feel like a lot of people don't show the journey and they always just show the success. And everything ain't glitz and glamour like people say. I got that, but it probably took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and things you had to experience. And you had to build your character one way or the other to become the person you are. Pain will never go away. At this point, you're gonna have to learn how to live with it. Like me, I sit here and I have thoughts sometimes, and I think about the past, and I think about the future. I have depression and anxiety I go through every day with these thoughts. The thoughts will never go away. You have to learn how to keep doing things even when you don't feel like it. It's called discipline. You have to observe your thoughts instead of taking them in as the truth. So let's say, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I just want to lay in bed all day. But you know what you need to do to get to where you want to be. And no one's going to come here and save you No one's gonna come here and be like, oh, you're going through this, you're going through that. You don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. No, we're all entitled to our responsibilities. So that victim mentality is gonna hold you back if you think somebody's gonna come here and save you, or you go out and you look for validation from people that don't care about you just because you need some form of validation, some form of love in your life, when everything you need is really already right there inside of you. So I feel like when you're going through trauma, the best way to heal from that is go on a self-love journey. Because usually when you're experiencing trauma in a way, is usually from other people or from other circumstances that were outside of your control. And when you go through these things, it affects your mentality to where you feel like you deserve bad things happen to you, like nothing's gonna get better. But you have more control than what you think you have. Once you realize the pain will never go away, you're just gonna have to learn to live with the pain. And when I say by that, I have thoughts sometimes, Lo. This podcast is not gonna work out. Maybe this music stuff won't work out. All this self-doubt comes in my brain all the time. It's gonna always be that little devil on your shoulder always telling you what you can and what you can't do. And you're gonna sometimes feel like maybe I should just give up and just listen to it and should just stop trying, because it's just like the world is overlooking me. But when you become more focused on yourself and you start putting the action in you need to do to get to where you want to be, the focus will start to be on you. The universe will start to put you in its favor because you are what you attract. And I have to remind myself that every day. These thoughts, I can't bring my mom back. I can't just get the love that I was lacking as a child. It's too late. You can't change people, and you can't make people see who you really are. And you'll lose your mind trying to prove to people that you're not a bad person. And you'll lose your mind trying to prove to people that you are worthy of love. So that's why I say you have to put all that love into yourself. You can't just get rid of what happened, but you have to keep moving forward. What are you gonna do to move forward? What I recommend you to do, so write down what happened to you and how it made you feel. And once you write all that down, I will write a forgiveness letter to all the people that hurt you, and I will burn that shit. And after that, I would sit there and I really brainstorm. And I don't know if y'all like writing or not, I don't care. Because y'all need to actually see this. Whatever this is, I want you to clear that baggage. And once you clear that baggage, write down what you want to do. What do you need to do? And then what can you do every day to do that? You got to keep yourself accountable. You think I want to go to the gym every day? Because weight loss is a very slow process. I wake up and I see the same person every day. I still see the same person that I was before losing weight, before starting this. And that discourages me from going to the gym sometimes. And sometimes it bothers me when people criticize me about my weight. People are always going to have something to say. But that's why I want to say, oh, I'm sad about how I look today. Or I'm not saying that today. I'm just saying, like, I'm being very transparent and I'm being very honest and vulnerable. And I'm telling y'all what I go through. And that's one of my biggest insecurities. But it will always be an insecurity for me if I don't do anything about it. So you have to take accountability and let go of the thoughts. And you have to let go of all the being so attached to your thoughts and the depression. And stop letting depression beat you. Stop letting it control your mind, control your life. Because it's gonna always be there. Your trauma will never go away. The pain will never go away. You just learn to live with it. So it all starts with you. What can you do to have a happier life? What can you do every day to keep going? Because I honestly feel like if you're watching this video or listening to this podcast, God or the universe didn't send me in your life for no reason. I feel like my purpose here in this world is to show people their true power, because society has dimmed our light for us light beings and people with higher purpose, the 1%. Our light has been dimmed since childhood. When we were children, we always had all these big dreams. We always had, these hopes. Life was perceived from a different perspective as a child, and I want you to get more in tune with your inner child. We saw the world as a playground, and I want you to start to see the world as a playground, because it's so easy to get caught up in what's going on today. What is the world going to? I know the world is going to where it's going, but there's also still good in this world, whether that's making somebody's day, whether that's being that shoulder to cry on. Always put yourself first and never burn yourself out with others. There's a balance. You have to fill your cup up. And that's why I'm saying fill your cup up. Get out of this rut. These thoughts will never stop. The only thing you can do is look beyond it, observe them. If your thoughts saying you're ugly, you're this, you're that, ignore them because they don't serve you anyways. And it's okay to cry sometimes. I'm learning a lot about life. And that's why I'm here to tell you guys about what I'm learning. Anyways, I hope this episode has helped you out. I want you to know that you aren't alone. And always feel free to reach out to me. I have an open forum in the description box. And you can tell me what you're going through and I can give you advice. It's completely free. I just want you to know that you are not alone. I love y'all so much. Y'all have a happy day. Feel free to check out any of my other episodes. Bye.